Hi everyone, it's Van, and oh my god, I've tried recording this video for so many times. I'm getting really tired of this, but I keep covering the microphone on this camera, and so my voice would sound muffled throughout the video. And this is gonna be my last try, and I'm gonna try and remember to not cover the microphone. Okay, so this is a double layout that I created last night. Actually up until this morning at 6 for the Remember When design team called, and the theme was my favorite, and so I chose to do my favorite fashion designer, Christian Dior. He is Parisian, and I know the whole Parisian thing is very popular right now. So the paper line I used was the Cosmo Cricket Evangeline, and I only used this pattern right here for both layouts. Okay, and then the flowers was from the same collection, just a different paper pattern. So for his name, these were chipboard pattern chipboard letters, and I didn't want to showcase the pattern, so what I did was emboss it with the aged gold embossing enamel, and it's supposed to look like aged gold. And I don't know if you can see the little little flecks of copper colored, rusty looking gold in there. I wanted to make the Dior logo with a capital D, but I didn't have that capital D in chipboard, so I had to make do with what I had. So I just added some of the fussy cut flowers and some bling. And for Mr. Dior's picture, I matted the picture with satin fabric, and I did a running stitch on this part, and I just stuck the, sorry guys, the needle right here. Oh, and I added some a hot glue blob in there so it wouldn't fall out, because they said that they might be displaying the projects in the store, so everything needed to be adhered pretty straight, good adhesive. That's what we need. Right here I got this butterfly. I believe it's from Prima, and it's the canvas resist butterfly. So this is the resist part, the white design, and I painted my butterfly with Lindy Stamp Gang. I don't know what would happen if you tried to paint it with acrylic paint. I don't think it would work out. I think it's much better if you use some sort of I think it was meant to be used with glimmer mist or any mist really. And this is a picture of one of his creations. I don't remember this actress's name, sorry. And I backed it with a doily, which I sprayed with Cosmopolitan Pink from Lindy Stamp Gang, and Old Lace from the Tattered Angels Glimmer Mist. And then right here I added 2 wooden spools. One of them I decorated with some seam binding and a Prima flower, which I painted with perfect pearls in perfect gold. I basically mixed the perfect pearls with water, and then with a thin paintbrush just dabbed it on the edges of the petals. So it's kind of like a two-tone effect. And this is probably my first technique I ever learned, and I still use it to this day. I mean, I haven't been crafting that long. I think I've been crafting for like 13 months. So down here I have this sewing machine. It's a button. And then this journaling card is from Prima, the Almanac collection that just came out this CHA winter. And then I also have this laser cut wooden Eiffel Tower that I bought from Michael's, and I embossed it with that embossing enamel, the gold, aged gold embossing enamel. And then I also dabbed it with, let me see, I dabbed it with some of this paint right here, the Martha Stewart Craft paint in antique silk. It's like a pink color. It's kind of hard to tell. So I just put some on my fingers and I, kind of dabbed it anywhere really. And while it was still wet, I poured some more embossing enamel on it, and it gave it this look right here, kind of an uneven wet look. I had really no set goal for what this, what I wanted it to look like, but I'm happy with the way it turned out. It's, I never tried it before, so I figured why not. And then I added a row of various buttons that I've gotten from swap meets, and some of them were given to me actually, and then some of them were from Michael's. So these are some of the buttons. Dress form button. Love this rose button right here, and then this one with the bling. Some of these buttons I've used for flower centers. This tape measure right here, I'm always thinking about a cinnamon bun when I see it. And then another one of those rose buttons. And right here I fussy cut some of the flowers from the other pattern paper. Same line, and I added pop dots to this one and this one to give it some dimension. And that's him working, I guess. And then some more wooden spools. These two flowers right here are actually the porcelain flowers that Carla carries in her store, and they're actually white, but I colored the petals, just the edges, because I like the two-tone look. This kind of light green color right here is the mint chip, and this is the Martha Stewart Craft paint in pearl surface. And then the pink is the what is it called again? Antique silk, Martha Stewart pearl paint. This right here, some more of his creations. Backed it with a doily and some bling. And of course I had to include the Tim Holtz sewing room die, and I die cut it out of chipboard, and I went over it with the distress stain in walnut stain twice to make it dark. And then this fabric right here I got from my friend Van. It was from a swap that we both participated in. And I fussy cut this butterfly and put some glossy accents on it. And then for the spool, I just wrapped some seam binding, which I colored with the Lindy Stamp Gang in golden sleigh bells, and some stick pins. The button, I embossed it with that same aged gold embossing enamel, and I also sprinkled it with the silver crushed glass glitter, and it's very chunky glitter, so it's kind of hard to work with. But when you sprinkle it, you heat emboss from under the die cut so it doesn't get blown away. And when the embossing enamel melts, it actually sets the glitter, and so it doesn't fall off at all. In this picture right here, I just kind of backed it with the doily again, pretty simple. And for both pages, I put like this really wide lace that I got from a thrift store. And then on the edges of the layouts, I stamped, I used a bird stamp. It was a very detailed bird stamp, if you can see it. That's actually a wing. I just stamped different parts of the stamp all over the edge of the layouts. And it looks like that because I did not ink it with an ink pad. I dabbed some paint on the stamp. This right here, Mother of Pearl by Martha Stewart Crafts, and it's the pearl one. So I dabbed the stamp with pearl paint all over the layout, and some places I smudged, and then after that I went over the edges with Victorian Velvet Distress Stain by Ranger, and then I kind of smudged it over the painted parts, and it kind of looks like it gave it a resist, like a resist look. So I did it all over the edges, and then you know, and smeared it too. And then I also went over it with the walnut stain just on the edges, though. I did not smear it onto the paper. I just went like this to, you know, cover the chipboard color also. And I guess the layout looks a little more defined too with that. But this is my project that I'm submitting. I had fun doing it, but I also got tired. I didn't sleep all night, basically. It takes me a long time to create certain things. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I want to wish everyone that submitted a project good luck. I hope you guys had fun doing your creations too. I'm sure you did. And that's it. I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you for watching. Bye.